barracks in the disputed old city. And another ruling against Thailand's ex-Prime Minister. The Anti-Corruption Commission says Yingluck Shinawatra should be impeached over her role in a failed rice subsidy scheme. Well, Yingluck was forced out of office on Wednesday after the Constitutional Court ruled she abused her power in a separate case. The move follows 6 months of anti-government protests and increasing bitter divisions in Thailand. So who are some of the big players in Thai politics? Well, Yingluck's brother, Thaksin Shinawatra, won 2 landslide election victories in 2001 and again in 2005. Popular with the rural poor, he was toppled in a military coup in 2006 and now lives in self-imposed exile. Then we have protest leader Suthep Thakksuban from the opposition Democrat Party. He's supported mainly by the urban middle classes. And then what about the monarchy? King Bhumibol Adulyadej is old and frail, but still a powerful political player. And there are strict laws that forbid discussion of the monarchy's political role. And of course, then there's the military. Thailand has had more coups than any other country, with 11 successful and 7 attempted coups in the past 80 years. Saksit Sayasombut is a Thai political blogger and journalist and joins us now live from Hamburg in Germany. Thanks very much for being with us. I do want to talk a little bit about the monarchy in just a moment. First of all, this latest move against Yingluck. Are you surprised to see her being taken down so completely?
Not at all, not at all. I mean, this is more actually adding insult to injury. Yesterday, we've seen the Constitutional Court forcing her out of office, but that doesn't bar her from politics and actually running again. Today's decision by the National Anti-Corruption Commission, however, could lead to impeachment by the Senate. And actually, the Senate, you would need a 3/5 of the votes in the Senate in order to impeach her and get her banned for 5 years. But that's actually not a given given the makeup of the Senate now. But to answer your question more generally, yes, it is actually not surprising at all. It is, you could say it's now open season against her and the rest of the cabinet.
Moving on to the monarchy, because we've not heard much from this establishment during this latest crisis, but of course they are a very strong influence. I'm just wondering if we know how much of an influence they actually are behind the scenes.
Well, first of all, let me say, as you mentioned before, it is difficult and it is difficult to talk openly about the monarchy because of the law speaking here. Having said that, it is actually on the surface, at least officially, very difficult to see from the outside into the mechanics and into the influence of the monarchy. But there are elements and actors in this power struggle that are associated and linked to the monarchy. For example, the military that has always been siding with the monarchy, and their understanding is actually the protector of the monarchy, actually even before the people.
And of course, you've got the anti-government protesters, the so-called yellow shirts, accusing the red shirts, the supporters of the Shinawatras, of undermining the king, of being against the monarchy. But I'm wondering if it is as clear-cut as that.
It is not, and as I said, given the law and given the atmosphere here, this argument is actually a pretty convenient argument to end all discussion. And I mean, and in the past few years, and especially in this political crisis that has been going on for some years now, this argument has been always used against political opponents in order to incite a witch hunt and to silence dissent voices that may or may not actually have to do anything with the monarchy at all. But in general, we are talking here about the future of Thailand and how it looks like and how the people of Thailand are governed and what the people of Thailand what their influence and what their role actually is.
OK. Saksit Sayasombut, thank you very much for helping us tackle, as you say, a very sensitive subject there in this Thai crisis.